Realism in video games. With all the real world problems I have, this is the argument that caught my attention, gamers. Because apparently the new Battlefield game is going to have females in it, and a lot of people are complaining that, hey, there were no females in combat back then, this shouldn't be allowed, yada yada yada. What kind of bullshit argument is this? So I thought about it. I really did. I was like, realism. Because yes, there may not have been females in combat. Hell, I wasn't there, I don't know. But, when you talk realism in a fucking video game, not a documentary, a video game, something that people used to play for fun and not bitch about. So people that would sit around and gather around and have a bunch of groups together, drinks, food, and have a good time. Now we find ourselves bitching about everything. But nonetheless, the whole realism thing really just kind of, what the hell, man? I mean, do you really want realism? How about this? This is just a thought. But if you're obese and you can't join the military, that's realism, so you shouldn't be allowed to play the game. Here's another one. This is just a thought. Basically, if you die in the video game, you should throw away the game because, the guys that died back then didn't have a reset button, a checkpoint, or multiple lives. They died. That's realism. This is what you want, realism. Or another thing is, if you have mental illness, can't play this game. Why? Because they don't allow mental people in the military, so therefore, that's realism. Maybe you should get a physical, the whole finger up the ass so they can check that colon. Realism. Before you play the video game. People who sit around and bitch about these little details and not think that, holy hell, it's a game. We should be here having fun. Rather being online and bitching about this little problem. Now, as far as what I understand, as far as the create a character mode, I don't know what's going on with that. That is one of the gripes in video games because you've got to have a good create a character mode if you're playing yourself. If you're just playing some nobody in a first-person shooter, I could give two shits less about the create a character mode. And I do understand that some people do have a right to bitch about certain things in video games. One, if it's poor quality of graphics, that's a reason to bitch. Two, if it's having a lot of glitching issues and freezing up, then that's a reason to bitch. If it has a poor sound, poor quality soundtrack, then that's a reason to bitch. But realism is not a fucking reason to bitch. Seriously, people. I see shit like this and it absolutely blows my fucking mind that people are online bitching about this. I have real world fucking problems to deal with, and yet this is what got my attention. Holy hell, I have no power right now. It's hot as fuck in here. I'm literally on the edge of not having any food. My wife gets paid in a couple of days, and then we're going to have a little something to eat, and it's not going to be much, but we're going to make it, and we're not standing out here bitching about it. We're surviving. While other people who apparently have no real world problems, no real reason to do anything other than bitch, are complaining about this damn video game not having realism in it. Holy hell. Is this what we've come to? Is nitpicking every little fucking thing? Damn, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful that you have friends that you can play a decent video game with. My God. Man, the whole thing of women shouldn't be on this video game just literally burns me a new asshole. And oh, by the way, gamers, welcome to Xbox Beyond the Box. Welcome to my little hot rant about this situation. If you're new here, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I apologize for my language in advance, but this shit has really fucking pissed me off. I cannot figure out why this is even a reason to bitch. We have, better yet, this little, whole thing of realism. You want to stand there and bitch and complain. You want realism? Go down to St. Jude's at their cancer ward and tell those kids how bad you're complaining about the realism in a video game, and then let them know that, hey, their cancer is not really on your priority list. Oh my God. People out there with real world problems. Not just myself, other people who are basically getting by from week to week, month to month. And this is the last thing on their fucking mind, and yet we got thousands of people who are going online, man, complaining about this. I mean, wake up, people. There are other real-world issues out there other than realism in video games, because I always thought video games was supposed to be a fantasy where you escape the fucking reality of what's going on around you. But apparently, no. Now we went from, we want great graphics, we want great sound, we want great games, to we want it to be real. Then pick up a gun and join the fucking military. You want realism? Go out there and help the guys that are actually fighting in the fucking wars, rather than being a video game hero. Gamers, I know I've been a little bit hot about the subject. I completely understand that, but I'm not going to apologize for that. That's hell no. Realism in video games, no, I'm not apologizing for. With that being said, gamers, tell me what your thoughts are. I mean, do you have actual problems other than this bullshit that's going on? Let me know in the comments below. While you're there, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Gamers, this has been Xbox Beyond the Box. I've been your host, Dragon Dust. Wish me luck on getting the power back on in this bitch. And gamers, most importantly, stay safe and stay awesome out there. I'm out of here.